Ever had deja vu so strong it felt like you'd slipped into a different world? What if that feeling isn't just in your head? Imagine layers of reality stacked like pages in a book, each one a universe where you made a different choice. Sounds wild, but some people claim they've actually crossed over. Waking up in lives that aren't theirs, meeting people from countries that don't exist. Today, we're diving into 5 of the most chilling, reality-bending stories of people who say they slipped into a parallel dimension. From a woman who woke up in the wrong life, to a man from a country no one's ever heard of, and even a world where the Beatles never broke up. Ready to question everything? Let's get weird. This is gonna get weird. Lorena Garcia Gordo's story is the stuff of nightmares. She woke up one morning in Spain to find her bedsheets a different color. Odd, but not alarming, until everything else started to unravel. Her clothes were unfamiliar. At work, her desk was occupied by a stranger, and no one recognized her. Her apartment key didn't fit, her name wasn't on the door, and her family's numbers were disconnected. The only familiar face was her ex-boyfriend. Except, in this world, they'd never broken up. Lorena scoured her life for answers, finding small but constant inconsistencies, news events, family details, all slightly off. She believed she woke up in a parallel universe, one almost identical to her own but not quite. Now, she's stuck, a tourist in a world that looks like home but feels like a nightmare. How many details would have to change before you realized you weren't in your own life anymore? In 1954, a man landed at Tokyo's Haneda airport with a passport from Torrid, a country no one had ever heard of. He pointed to Andorra on a map, insisting it was Torrid, a nation that had existed for 1,000 years. His documents, passport, driver's license, bank papers, all looked real, but his country didn't exist. Authorities detained him in a guarded hotel room, his documents locked away. By morning he, and every trace of his existence, had vanished. The room was locked, the guards saw nothing, and his documents were gone. Did he slip back into his own dimension, or was he ever really here at all? What if you could visit a world where the Beatles were still together? James Richards claims he did. After a fall in the California desert, he woke up in a stranger's home, Jonas, a self-proclaimed dimensional traveler. In Jonas's world, the Beatles never broke up. He even played James a cassette of an album called Everyday Chemistry, music that didn't exist in our reality. James returned to his world with the tape, uploading the songs online. Hoax or not, the idea of a universe where John and George are still alive and the Beatles are making new music is a dream many would love to visit. Sometimes the strangest worlds are the ones we wish were real. Carol Chase McElhaney was driving to her childhood hometown of Riverside, California, when she found herself in a place that looked familiar. But everything was wrong. The houses, businesses, even her family's home and the cemetery were gone or unrecognizable. The people felt off, the atmosphere sinister. Terrified, she left. Years later, she returned for her father's funeral, and everything was back to normal. Her family insisted nothing had changed. Carol is convinced she slipped into a parallel, darker version of her hometown, just for one afternoon. Sometimes the world you know can vanish in a blink. In medieval England, villagers in Woolpit found 2 children with green skin speaking an unknown language. They ate only raw beans, and the boy soon died. The girl survived, learned English, and told a strange story. She claimed they came from St. Martin's Land, a place of perpetual twilight where everything was green. She said they heard bells, wandered into a cave, and emerged in Woolpit, blinded by sunlight. Some say it's folklore or a case of malnutrition, but others believe it's an ancient account of a slip between worlds. The mystery of the green children endures. Were they lost travelers from another dimension? 5 stories, 5 glimpses into realities just out of reach. Are these hoaxes, misremembered events, or proof that the multiverse is real? Have you ever experienced a glitch in the Matrix, a moment you just can't explain? Share your stories and theories in the comments below. If you love exploring the strange and mysterious, hit subscribe and join us for more. Thanks for watching. Double check your bed sheets tonight. See you in the next video.